one. I am so fucking excited right now. Like the best gaming news ever dropped, short of Button Cutters 3 being released. This is so insane. This is so good. I've been waiting for this for years. When the Wii U launched, me and my fiance were buying the Wii U, and there were a couple of games out for a lot of third-party games and shit, and we bought the Nintendo Land edition. But we wanted an extra game with it. We didn't really know what to buy. We had enough money to buy something good. And we were looking at the games. And a long time ago, before that, my brother showed me a CGI teaser trailer of a game. And yeah, we were like, yeah, great. What does a CGI teaser do for me, you know, if I don't know what the game is about? And we saw this game, Darksiders 2.
Sometimes the hero dies. Then so be it.
It was $70 still back then. Now you can get this game for like $5. It was $70 still back then. We forked over the whole $70. And it was one of the best things we ever did in our lives. This game is within the top 10 greatest games ever made. It was stated by the creators a love letter to the Legend of Zelda franchise. We played this game to death, no pun intended. And we spent hours over these insane giant dungeons, this character, his fighting style, the RPG elements, the music of Jasper Kidd, the voice acting. This game is perfect from top to bottom. But then some DLC got released for it, and that wasn't released for the Wii U. So we bought it on PC as well. And when we finished that, we went to Darksiders 1 because of how good this game was. And Darksiders 1 did everything right too.
It's there, beneath the stench of this place. You can sense it.
There are things even you should fear, horsemen. Once you were strong, but now you are weak and you are alone. I can grant your every wish.
Can you restore the balance?
Perhaps we can strike a deal.
You won't like my terms.
The same shit, the same voice acting, the storyline, the fighting, the art style, everything. Joe Matt was a fucking genius. The game was so good. It was lacking somehow some of the RPG elements, the size of the dungeons, the scope of the levels was a bit different, but still, those are some of the greatest experiences of our lives. We played hours and tons of hours, and we played this game for years, literally. My fiance finished, we finished both games. My fiance, she did both games, she 100%ed 1 and 2. She even did both games on Apocalyptical. That's how fucking awesome these games were. But then the game ends. The game ends. But the story didn't end.
I've killed Absalom. Stopped the corruption. I stand at last at the Well of Souls, with no idea what I must do next.
It is quite simple, and yet most difficult.
I'm in no humor for riddles, Crowfather.
You may tap the power of the well to return the kingdom of man, or you may resurrect the Nephilim. But know that choosing one will forever doom the other.
My brother War. I would protect him above all.
What the fuck happened? And then THQ died. Longest intro ever. So then THQ died, And the groups and Vigil died, and Vigil got disbanded, and you got like Joe Mad with his team that made like Airship Syndicate, and half of the other team that created Darksiders went to Gunfire, and it's like, but now everything is up in the air, and then THQ and took up Nordic, which became the news, and it was such a shit fest. Even talking about it now, even though I know the details, it still got confusing. It was so crazy. So yeah, Darksiders 3, that was up in limbo. That was like not happening in our eyes. And people have been waiting and begging for it. We're huge fans. Huge Darksiders fans. Like I said, not only did we we bought all these games, we bought all these editions. We got like the super fancy editions that you can see here. The Darksiders 1 like Hellbook edition. We bought all the fancy editions that there are. We bought all the comics. We bought all the art books, the music. We turned into such fans of Joe Mad's work that we got into the Battle Chasers comics. We backed Battle Chasers Nightmare on Kickstarter. It is insane how much we love this franchise. So you can imagine when you have a game that has a giant story in it, but the story doesn't end. It basically starts. Darksiders 2 picks up where Darksiders 1 basically left off, and then you still don't know what happened. And we're like, but the studios died. Now what do we do? Because that's one thing, waiting for a Zelda game you know is gonna come. But it's another thing when you have a standalone adventure like that. But on the other side you have like Darksiders, which was a continuous story which just isn't coming and you don't know. And then from one day to the other, my fiance yesterday, or the day before, she texted me like, hey, there's these leaks going on. I'm like, what? So I go on the internet, bam, IGN drops this fucking trailer.
Shattered by war's betrayal, will you answer our call, Rider of the Black Horse? To hunt down and destroy the enemies of existence itself. The 7 deadly sins have escaped and are ravaging the earth. They must be stopped.
Hello, brother.
Do you accept this undertaking? Though they are 7, and you but 1.
You can imagine how fucking ecstatic I seriously couldn't sleep yesterday. Like all this shit. Yesterday like Zelda DLC dropped and all this gaming news, and Code Vein trailer got released, and this Darksiders news, and just gaming alone yesterday went fucking berserk. It's absurd how much shit dropped. And some people start complaining here and there, you got this Darksiders. Yeah, I don't give a shit. When you're into the Darksiders lore, since day 1 you had war, death, fury and strife. And when all that was left was fury and strife, Fury, who has been stated female since the beginning, since Joe Mad's first original conception, she's been female. In the comics and everything, she's been depicted already. And most of the diehard fans, me and my fiance included, we wanted the 3rd game to be about Fury, because making it about Fury would seriously jumble up. It would innovate with the gameplay, it would innovate with the story. We got finally like a chick to jumble that shit up before you go back to Strife. It would seriously like balance everything out, and it would nicely take a different approach on the game. So yeah, why does it matter that she wears heels? So chicks can't wear heels anymore? What does it matter that you think they didn't make her a chick for this game? She's always been a chick. And it was obvious. I said to my fiance before this shit started that people are so gonna bitch about the fact that there's a woman, or how she looks, or what she wears. She is what she is. That's what she is in the game. If you don't play the games, why do you give a shit what she looks like? Fury is exactly what she's supposed to be. She's exactly what we wanted her to be. This game already, just for the fact that she depicts Fury, when you look at the concept art and everything, it looks so far what it's supposed to be. What the Darksiders fans wanted was like, you had war and death. People wanted, well, preferably, like, if you couldn't do anything, just make one game with Fury and Strife, and you could co-op with 4 players into the game as all the horsemen. But yeah, the best case scenario was War, Death, Fury her own game, Strife, and then maybe they saw a co-op game. I'm so happy that they went with Fury. I'm so happy that yesterday we went from nothing at all to a trailer for 2018, which leaves me enough time to create a beast of a fucking PC so that I can play this game on Ultra, because I want to play this at the best ever. Like I said, Darksiders 2 is one of the best games ever made. It is insanely good. It is that beautiful from top to bottom. Like I said, from the music to the voice acting. And when you see the trailer, you can already see that the voice acting is up to par again. That even though Joe Matt, I think he's no longer part of this game, from what I heard from Steve Moreira, what they said, that he's not really a part of this game, but the original crew behind Darksiders is behind this. They took the star from Joe Matt. They didn't do anything new. They kept the game as it's supposed to be, and I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so goddamn fucking happy. This is like, we went from nothing, like I said, to pure 100% confirmation. No fucking rumors or anything. The same fucking day that trailer dropped. And like I said, we're huge fans. The way I am right now, my fiance is the exact same way. She agrees with everything, like I said, about Darksiders. And then they released the definitive edition. She got reimbursed for that. My fiance got. We got that because it is not a good. It is not a good remaster at all. It came with way too many bugs and issues. Fortunately, with the War Master edition, you got it for free if you own the previous game on PC. So we have some time still to kill. Maybe I'll replay the War Master. Personally, I didn't do Darksiders yet on the Apocalyptic, so maybe I'll do that before the new game comes out. But that's it. We're finally there. It is finally here. And yes, this makes me more excited than Breath of the Wild for the sole fact already that Zelda, you know it's coming. This was up in limbo. This was dead until further announced, and we went. I gotta stop this video because I'm gonna keep repeating everything I've said. When you're this excited, there's no logic in what I'm saying. There's no thread in this video. I'm just so happy that this game is finally happening. Stay real.
War. Are you here to play executioner? They should have sent all 4 of you.
I have no interest in killing you, Samael.
The Destroyer! He's beyond your reach, beyond mine.
Has prison made you a coward?